Hey guys, Sandra here from Gitana Styling and the Fashion Entrepreneur Club. How are you? How is your fashion business doing? I wanted to put together a series of videos for you to talk about our fashion businesses. Now, if you are just starting out, or you are in a place where you're kind of reevaluating what's going on in the business and you want to make some changes, you're going to want to stick around and watch these videos. I'm going to share a video every day this week. And today I wanted to start from the top, from the beginning, right? I wanted to let you know that everything that I'm going to discuss throughout these days, you actually have access to in some free guides that we put together for you that you can download from our website, or we also have them available in our bio. So if you go to our bio, I believe it's the first link, it says free guides, build a fashion business that works for you and your life. You can go ahead and download the guides there. Every day it would send you a new guide so you can work on all the things that we're going to discuss here in these videos, and it's completely free. So today, because it's day one and we're just starting out, we are going to start from the beginning. I want you to go back to the time where you decided that you wanted to have a fashion business. When you decided to, when you came up with an idea, or you had that feeling, or you saw that void in the market and you said, I want to help people with that, right? And you decided to go ahead and jump into this adventure, right? So the first thing is you need to go back to that why. Why did you start? Because as we keep working, as we go through the ups and downs of fashion entrepreneurship or entrepreneurship in general, it gets to the point where we're just dealing with problems, and yes, we celebrate our wins, but we get into the, everyday thing, and then we forget why we started, which is the most important reason, because that's what got us excited to begin this journey, right? So it's really important to keep that in front, right? Front of mind, top of mind. And like I said, I created these guides so you can download them and fill it out, because it's important to have this stuff on paper. So when you have those lows, or when you are reevaluating things, you go back to the basics and be like, okay, why did I start this? What things need to change so I can continue to move forward and go towards my goals and accomplish my goals successfully, right? So the first thing is that, right? Why did you start this business? Why do you wanted to open a fashion business? Was it because maybe you wanted to help people with a particular product, or you have a specific talent? Maybe you know how to do makeup, or how do you style people, right? And help them feel better. Or maybe you're very good at sewing and you wanted to put that into practice. Or maybe you come from a busy 9 to 5 and you want to spend more time with your family while doing something that you love. Like, what are those reasons behind? And write them down, because those are super important. And then the next thing is just not to write them down just because. We want to write them down and use that information. It's not just, oh, I wanted to do this just because, and then forget about it, right? You have to put that into practice. Okay, it's like a relationship. Let's say you're dating someone, and when you started dating, right, you were all excited, you like this about this person, you like that about that person, about this person, you like all these things, you love doing all these activities together, and then you got married, and then the kids came and life got busy, and then you forgot about all that stuff. And no, you have to bring that back, right? So in here, after you figure out or remember why you started, and you can list as many reasons as possible. For me, for example, definitely I wanted some flexibility in my schedule. I work in several 9 to 5s, and I love the energy and I love the work, but I also want flexibility. I want to be like, okay, I want to work in this project, I don't want to work in that project, I want to bring this idea forward, I want to help these kind of people, right? I wanted to have more control on my creativity, where do I put it to use, in the people that I will work with, and in the flexibility with the schedule. Be like, okay, I want to take some time off, and if you're in a 9 to 5 and you're on someone else's agenda, perhaps you can't when you want to, right? So there's different reasons for everyone, right? And I just want you to get really clear on what those reasons are and just write it down. That's all. And then how we're gonna start putting this into practice? Well, on the second page, I talk about the why and the how, okay? So it's not only good enough to know, okay, I started this business because maybe I wanted to spend more time at home or spend more time with my kids or have more flexibility. Is how does this look like? Like, how do I incorporate that in the schedule? And people think that perhaps they have to wait a long time to incorporate that. They have to make it first. I have to make this amount of money. I have to do this. I have to do that. And then I'll be able to, be more flexible with the schedule, be more with the kids or whatever. And what happens is the same thing that happened at your 9 to 5. You didn't get to it because you were busy all the time and you're just running, and that's all you do. Work. Now, when you have your own business, you can actually set the time aside to do this. So if since the beginning or since now that we're doing this exercise, you decide that, okay, when I started this, I wanted a more flexible schedule, or I wanted to spend more time at home with the kids, right? Let's incorporate that into the schedule right now. So if you want to spend more time with the kids and the kids are home after school, perhaps your working schedule should be the mornings, right? And that way you can be in the morning working really focused, everything is quiet, you can go ahead and focus on your business and work really hard on the business. And then in the evenings, right, when your kids come back from school, you can be with them. And that way, right, it makes sense, right? It's not a goal that it's gonna happen, years later. Okay, because the truth is that you can adapt to the circumstances because you have done it all your life, right? When you were in your 9 to 5 and your boss told you you have to stay late, you have to do this, you have to do that, you did it, right? And you had to call home and say, hey, I'm gonna be late because of this, or hey, we're doing this project and I have to stay longer, or maybe you have to work on the weekends. I don't know, right? You always made it work. So you have to do the same here. Plus in here, you don't have that uncomfortable feeling that you have to talk to a boss and ask for this. You can actually create it, right? It's part of the magic of being your own boss. So if you want to spend more time with your kids, don't wait till you make that amount of money so it makes sense. No, just start today, and trust me, if you have your schedule, you'll make it work, and then in that time you'll do everything, right, to make the money that you need to make, right? Or do the activities that you need to do, or schedule all the meetings that you need to schedule, right? Something else could be, maybe you wanted flexibility because, I don't know, maybe you wanted to be able to take some time off, or to take vacation, or to go on a Friday and have lunch with a friend, right? So make space for that, okay? You don't have to work every Friday. Maybe you decide that you work on Saturdays and not on Fridays, or that you work longer on Thursdays so you don't work on Fridays, so you have that time to do something that really you enjoy. That if you want to call a friend and have lunch, you can do that, or that maybe you want to take that yoga class, you take it. Like, you have the power. Remember that you are the boss and you have the power to make this work, to create your own schedule, right? And of course, I know there are limitations and we have responsibilities with family and all of that, but you still have a lot of control, and I want you to see that. And the most important thing is to connect with that why, because that's why you started, right? It will fill you up with vitality, it will fill you up with energy to be able to do a way better job in your business, okay? And be more excited about it, okay? Then the last part that I have here in the workbook for you is, sometimes when we make these changes, we get scared, and it's like, okay, all these thoughts come up, like, I can't do it because of this, I can't do it because of that, all the buts, right? So on the last part, I want you to go ahead and write down those buts, okay, or why you can't do something, and read it out loud and see that it's not true, okay? Because a lot of people, they think about it, they get scared, and then they stop there, and then they don't finish with the whole point of this exercise, which is changing the business, getting that energy, and moving forward. Okay. So if in your case, for example, you're thinking, oh, it sounds lovely not to work on Fridays, right? But I can't do it. Okay, write it down. Why can't you do it? Okay. Is it, oh, because I have so many meetings on Friday? Okay, so can you schedule Friday meetings on a different day? Right? Or, Fridays are my busiest days, right? Well, perhaps Friday is not the best day to take off then. Maybe you can take off Wednesdays. I don't know, right? But you can work it out. The point here is for you to see how that excuse is so lame and you can actually work it out, okay? Because you have to completely control on this stuff. There's some things, okay, and maybe some of you tell me like, oh, but I don't know, I really want to take Fridays off, but on Fridays I have to pick up my kids. I don't know, something like that, right? Then that's okay, but you can still think about, okay, well, maybe I don't take, like I said, Fridays off, I take Wednesdays off, or I take Saturdays off. You can work it out. The important thing here is that you remember why you started and you do the things that you promised to yourself that you were going to do. So if you started your business to have more flexibility, to have more time with family, to have more time with friends, to create a bigger income, right? To practice your craft. A lot of people, for example, that I know, designers especially, right? They love to sew and all of that, but they spend so much time, I don't know, doing sales, let's say, instead of working on new designs. Well, perhaps you should hire someone to do sales and then work more on the design, because that makes you happy. And if you can't, you're in a position where you can't do that, maybe you have to, do both, but make sure to incorporate time to design, to take a class, to get inspired, because that's the fuel that you need to be able to do the other activities. Okay, it's important that you have that balance, because if not, you're just creating another 9 to 5, right? That where you have rules that are very strict and that don't allow your creativity to flow and don't allow you to take advantage of the opportunities around you. Okay. So let me know what this, how does this sound? What do you think about this stuff? What are the things that you really wanted to do in the beginning and that perhaps you're not doing now? Perhaps you were like, okay, I want to make sure that, I work really hard in my business, but I am able to take vacations, right? So, okay, so you have to make the time to do that. You have to decide, I don't know, every January, you're going to decide where you're going to go this year. And you're going to take some time to get excited about places and do a little bit of research and be like, okay, plan in advance, or like in February or in August or in December, this is where I'm going to go, and set it in your schedule and get excited about it. And then trust me, the moment you do that and you take care of that and you honor that promise you made to yourself in the beginning, everything is just going to be so much better. Don't you know, even when we were in 9 to 5s, right? We scheduled a vacation and we were like, okay, 3 more months and I'm going to go to the Bahamas, let's say, or 3 more weekends and I'm gonna do this. You deserve that, okay? You deserve, right, to honor what you want and do the things that you want. It's not only about work. If you love your work, that's amazing. I love my work too, but you need to honor those things you promised yourself, those things that you wanted to do, right? Because you need that. That's balance, right, in life. So let me know what are the things that you would like to change, what things will make a big difference in your business. And remember, you can download the free guide to help you with this. If you go to our bio and go where it says free guides, we'll go to the bio link and then you go where it says free guides. Every day you're gonna get an email from me with the guide, so you can download it and then answer the questions and have them in paper so you can use them throughout this process and after. Okay, the other thing I wanted to say before I close is that we do have a workshop this month in March 27th, which I believe is a Monday, at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you cannot make it at that time, there will be a replay for you. and it's all about putting together a business strategy that works for you. Okay, so we're gonna get together on Zoom and we are going to talk about how to turn, what are the steps that your potential customer or repeating customer needs to take from the moment they meet or bump into you all the way to becoming that customer. Like, what are the steps? How do you meet them? How do you nurture that relationship? What things do you offer them? Like all of that good stuff, all the way to they become a customer. So if you want to join us for that workshop, it's going to happen the 27th of March. Like I said, there will be a replay. It's only $25 and you can find the link also in our bio. You'll go there and you go where it says latest news and events, and it's called Let's Plan Your Business Strategy Workshop. The final thing I want to share with you is I am going to do a giveaway as I do these videos. Like, we have an Etsy store, right, where we sell workbooks and planners to help you with your fashion business. And our most popular planner is the 20-minute business plan template. Now, I'm gonna give away one of these planners, and all you need to do to participate is like this video, tag a friend, tag a fellow fashionpreneur who might enjoy this video, who might want to learn more about the Fashion Entrepreneur Club. And then every friend that you tag, it's a new entry, so you can tag as many friends as you want to. And also, if you share these in a story, then you'll get double the entries, okay? So yeah, and then by Thursday, I believe, I'm gonna pick the winner, okay? And I'll announce it here on Instagram. So yeah, so I think I covered everything. Tell me why you started, download the guide, join us for the workshop if you want to, put together that business strategy, right, for your business, or you want to reevaluate the one that you have right now. And make sure that you join the giveaway by liking and tagging friends, and if you want to share also in your stories, okay? Okay guys, thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you guys tomorrow for another video and another lesson of how to build a fashion business that works for you and your life, okay? Bye guys.